This question is a little different compared to the other ones that we've encountered. In the other questions, we've been asked to find the general solution. In this case, we've been asked to find a specific function f of x. And we can do so because we've been given some additional information. We've been given that f of 4 is equal to 17. Well, we start by looking at our derivative, f prime of x, which is equal to 5x times the square root of x. I'm now going to rewrite that derivative where I've taken the square root of x and expressed it as an x to the 1/2. So f prime of x is equal to 5x times x to the 1/2. I'm now going to multiply the 5x by the x to the 1/2 such that I can say that f prime of x is equal to 5 times x to the 3/2. 3 divided by 2. Now I can take my antiderivative. So f of x is going to be equal to, well, my x is going to have an exponent of 5 divided by 2 because I took the 3 divided by 2 and I increased it by 1. And now I take that 5 divided by 2 and I divide it into my old coefficient, which was 5. 5 divided by 5 divided by 2 is the same as 5 multiplied by 2/5, which is going to give me 2. So f of x is going to equal 2 times x to the 5 divided by 2 plus c. Now you'll notice I didn't write down that c is an element of any real number, because it isn't. There is one particular value for c, and we find that value using that other piece of information, that f of 4 is equal to 17. What that means is when x is equal to 4, my corresponding y value, or f of x value, is 17. So I now can substitute 17 into my equation, such that I can now solve for c. So 17 is equal to 2 times 4, where the 4 is raised to the 5 divided by 2, and we add to that c. Well, 4 raised to the 5 divided by 2, first I'll say that's a 4 to the 1/2, which is then raised to the 5. Well, 4 to the 1/2 is the square root of 4, which is 2, and 2 raised to the 5 is 32. So that's where I get my next line. 17 is equal to 2 times 32 plus c. Then I rearrange and solve for c, and I find that c is equal to -47. So my function f of x, which I've been asked to find, is going to be equal to 2 times x to the 5 divided by 2, subtract 47.